Once more, this is CupcakeTrap. I am joined by 501st Big Mike to cast the third match of today's best of three featured matches between the Freljord and Bilgewater. Freljord has actually won the first two matches, so no matter what happens here, history has been made. This is the first time this arc. In how many featured matches have we had, Mike? Something like 15, 12?
I think it's more like 15. Let me check. I have a G-Doc that keeps track of all this shit. Opening my drive. Alright, we have now had 13 weekends of featured matches. Bilgewater won 12 in a row. And right before, we only had one more weekend of featured matches, and Freljord lost. So yeah, almost went a whole arc, almost. And of course the 12 win streak is not including the tournament. If you want to include that, they won 13 straight in a row and lost one at the end.
So yeah, first time they have lost a featured match.
Yep.
And
that's
quite impressive. Or
And
I should
because
say,
this is-
Freljord is the first to score a victory on Bilgewater.
Yep. And this is the first time Bilgewater's been in an arc, so it's really the first time they've ever been defeated. Because, first arc, first defeat. So yeah, Bilgewater, you are not invincible. Although you still have a commanding lead over the arc as a whole.
And very much a commanding lead, yes. And so let's see here. Quinn is the hero of the day. Because it's funny. Also, I should mention, although both sides took really horrific losses on Croceleia, Ash actually survived the combat, but there's a 10% chance for every champion to go Mia, even if it's like they're going to Pixie Land to talk to the Pixies and they don't get in a fight at all. There's still a 10% chance that they get sidetracked for a week or something. That was the role that Ash failed. She rolled a 1. And so, after surviving this enormous battle with Aatrox and Mordekaiser and legions of zombies and the Void Rift and all of this stuff, Ash
talking to some of the natives. Just talking to some of the natives, and tripped, broken arm, and she's out of action.
Yeah. Well, but we could come up with a different story explanation. We probably will. Because remember, Mia can represent Ash is now busy, I don't know, organizing rescue poros, a fluff of rescue poros to dispatch to Croceleia to snuggle the Croceleians and help them learn the meaning of friendship or something. I don't know, or whatever.
That would probably be a very good show of faith, because I'm pretty sure those natives, even though Freljord and Ionia helped protect them, they're probably pretty pissed at just everyone in Valoran. Yep. They brought the Void, they started a war.
Nice job breaking in Heroes.
Yeah, everyone loves Poros. I mean, even Barnaby Jones likes Poro steaks, so...
Yes. Oh, and Keokane says that even a queen needs a quick nap after such a fight, so maybe that's what it is. Ash is just like, I'm gonna go take a nap. Later, guys.
Yeah, that could be possible. But then, Sejuani's laughing. It's like, I thought all day you have to take a nap.
After her Boar Riders won the day.
Yeah.
Impressive. All right, so this is, the third match here, and, it'll be interesting. Freljord is a strong faction. Freljord won the first factions arc ever, in fact, Mirror Water. They were the surprise 5th faction entrant into that arc, and they won, mostly through excellent team coordination and a lot of practice, sort of like what we're seeing from... Well, actually, we're starting to see it from every faction here. I know Shadow Isles really upped its game and was able to take third in the first tournament after being at the bottom of the charts for so long. Ionia has upped its game. Bilgewater has basically taken a bunch of Zonites from Hextech Revolution and copied over their teamwork and continued to develop it, so... and, no offense meant. I think that that's great. It's just that I want to see the other factions try to follow their good example.
Yeah. So, looks like the exact same team comps, no changes, despite the remake being forced due to computer problems for one of the Freljord players.
Mm-hmm. Why is there a potato song?
Heavy weapons guy, pork chop, and more ball.
Oh, of course, it's pork chop. Oh, I just saw the connection. So that I believe that was a musical attempt to explain what happened in the previous match. There was a potato. Someone thought they had a summoner sphere, and it was actually a potato.
Yep.
Turns out that although both are vaguely kind of round-shaped, a summoner sphere, a construct of light and magic which allows communication with a champion on the fields of justice, is importantly different from a potato, which is a root vegetable, which can be mashed, stewed, boiled, or chopped for various dishes throughout Valorant, but has very little use as an arcane focus. So that's a lesson that Freljord has learned, and they hope to apply that lesson going forward.
Some might disagree, but especially this new player.
Well, we'll see. They did say that they were having ongoing computer issues, and what it actually came down to was, surprisingly, time was short because this is a remake, and Freljord couldn't really find anyone else, and so Summoner Nevarioth, quite honestly, just said, "Look, I'm not sure that everything's okay to go now, but if it's me or a forfeit or something like that, then sure, I'll come in." And
I'll come in with my potato.
I'll come with my potato, and you shall have my potato and my axe.
Oh, wait, the game's finally loaded after 3 minutes. The potato is now officially running.
Indeed.
Yeah, and we are 3 minutes behind you, so we have to wait even longer.
Yep. Are you guys in the loading screen right now?
Yep.
We are.
We're going to be here for a while.
Oh, so heavy weapons guy. How is Diana feeling about this
gone.
match? Is Diana? Oh, he left.
He
Okay.
left.
Well, I assume. I asked about Diana, and he's like, "Don't ask me about Diana. She is mad. She's always angry.
Well, for starters, he didn't ignore her for the first 2 games that they lost. He's like, "Hello,
Fizz.
pick me, we would have won," but no, you had to go with Jax and Fizz.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I mean, I suppose though that heavy jacks and heavy weapons do go together. A lamppost is an exceedingly heavy weapon. Fizz, perhaps less so. But Diana has good reason to be cross with him.
Yeah.
Look how colorful Nami is. That's just
Yeah, the River Spirit Nami is... I think all Nami skins are really colorful and look pretty good as a result. So all of Nami skins are just really colorful. I guess that's like her theme. And yeah.
Just proof that you can you can be the leader of your people and still look fabulous.
Yeah. Now, it is arguable, going back to Bilgewater here, it is arguable that Bilgewater lost their first set of future matches because of the Summoner spell ban. Although it's questionable, we can't really tell exactly how much those bans did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little hard. I mean, maybe.
But I'm just gonna say it was, it was an option for every petition. People could have chosen, we want to get a Summoner spell ban on our enemy. So yeah, maybe people should have supported more of that.
Well, and that's part of the reason why we've shifted to this new sort of flat champion pickup system. Part of it is actually, it's ironically, I suppose, sort of like Flash, where one of the issues with Flash is that everyone takes Flash, and so it just permanently occupies one slot. Champion petitions were obviously such a good idea that they just always occupied one petition slot, pretty much. I mean, not actually, but effectively. And now by moving champion pickups to their own system, it sort of reestablishes politics as a way to do sneaky stuff like summoner spell bans. And so I think I'm working with Nagarok on that poll, and people could very much, Bilgewater actually has great favor right now from all of its heroism or quasi-heroism in the case of Crossolea. And they were like, we'll shoot at him a bit.
It was so awkward, or not awkward, but backwards. Like, first, Bilgewater was helping us bomb Freljord and Ionia and the enemy natives. And then after the Void's over and we defeat the Void's, now we feel like bombing Shadow Owls. We're just gonna swap sides.
The Betray Water. Wait, they didn't bombard anyone in the first round, I don't think. I mean, they got the Void, but I don't think they...
They sent Renekton, I know that. So yeah, they helped by sending a champion.
That's true. That's true.
But they did assist Shadow Owls, and then when Shadow Owls continued to do the same thing, no, we're just going to swap our opinion spontaneously.
Flip-floppers, you might say. Nami is a bit of a flip-flopper. And yeah, so I think though that so Bilgewater has a lot of favor. They could certainly try something sneaky like a Summoner Spellban. Possibly for the tournament.
Freljord looking for an invade, gonna get spotted out by this ward. Nahus backing away, Deanna getting in position to try to fight this. Stun hits Deanna. What was they thinking? Flash.
That's one way to get a Summoner spell down. She's almost. Oh, wow!
She's trying to fight them solo. I think this might be the connection issues taking effect here. Okay, so Renekton's getting low. Another flash forced.
Where are the ignites?
Where are all the ignites? Yes. No one wants to commit there, not yet. First blood goes to the Tryndamere. Heal spell burnt for Freljord to help keep them, sustained through that. Because even though they got a kill, they are somewhat low. Stun. Another kill for Freljord.
Wow. That's a strong opener for the Freljord. We might see them go 3-0 in this match despite the sanctions on them. Who knows? Maybe the sanctions are just what they needed to get Ashe out of the way and bring in Quinn.
Yeah, who knows? Nunu trying to counter jungle all by his lonely self. He's dead. Oh, he has a flash though. Can he get away? He gets away! And he heals off the Skull Crab just for good measure. Oh no, but Deanna's there and Nivea can't back him up. She's stuck under tower. Deanna doesn't have her ult though to close in. Wow, Nunu survived. Now he's going Krugs, or is he just backing? Oh no, he's going Krugs. I would advise backing because he's already looking like he's about to get executed. Yeah. He's running from the rock monsters. Not sure what he's trying to do now. He just...
Well, we have two Fury-based champions that spin around with comically large blades up in top lane. I hadn't thought about that.
It's a very hilarious top lane.
What is the connection between Fury and spinning around really fast with a giant sword? I guess hadn't thought of that.
It's quite simple. Fury is another way to say dizzy.
Is he really mad or just kind of dizzy?
He somehow uses his dizziness to his advantage.
I am too dizzy to die. Well, that adds a new layer to my understanding of Tryndamere. He's just really confused all the time.
Well, it is always in a cartoon. It's always the dumb character that survives the most ridiculously deadly things.
Well, it's like when they run off over the cliff, but they don't notice that they've run over the cliff yet until they look down, so they don't fall until they look. Maybe it's like he can't die until he realizes he regains his bearings. So, there we go. We've learned a lot today.
Yeah.
Interesting seeing Dark Omega summoning Renekton, a summoner known for his affinity for Gangplank, I believe.
He does amazing gameplay. He looks like a diamond basically when he's on that Gangplank. Gangplank does provide quite a bit of global power with his ultimate, and he's basically another ADC with the way he builds him. He goes like full crit.
Mm-hmm. Well, he has that like melee ADC, except he's a melee ADC with a Q with a ranged ability that crits, so...
And it's relatively spammable with some cooldown.
Yeah, it's a bit like Karthus, where it's like, wait, Karthus has an auto attack? Yeah, I thought Q is his auto attack. It's sort of like that, like, wait, you know, is Q not Gangplank's auto attack?
Yeah,
Gangplank does look fun. I really ought to try Gangplank sometime.
Yeah, and a few weeks back, right before the tournament, one of the streamers went ahead, looked at Dark Omega's profile, showed exactly what runes and masteries that Dark Omega runs through while playing Gangplank. So now everyone can copy him and try counter him.
Nice. Well, that is the downside of having a well-known summoner who tends to use the same strategy. They can start, and that's actually important, right? Because sort of like, for example, once you can identify someone as the major threat, Bubble on Quinn, Braum comes forward and protects her, saves her life, I think, there, and Valor.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, you know, once you identify your main rival, which could be a summoner, a champion, or even a whole faction, you can really start thinking, okay, what will break Bilgewater? What is Bilgewater's one weakness, and how can we try to exploit that?
Yeah, back in Hextech, I got a lot of that with my Galio. They started saying a lot of, you know, weird, like, 80 comps to try to shut down my Galio, so yeah, that does happen.
You know, I really appreciated that, especially the combination of Galio.
In the mid lane, we got a tower dive. So yeah, Agnivian went down her tower, which is usually safe enough, but JD Mage showed up, tanked the tower, heavy weapons guy.
Trinimir's carving some nice big chunks out of Renekton, but Renekton is sufficiently beefy that this non-ascended mortal has no chance of taking him down.
Well, at the same time, don't forget, Trinimir's power has been influenced by Aatrox, the Avatar of War. So
oh, that's true. Wait,
in fact, there's actually a little interaction. Oh, while we're talking, Deanna takes out Nunu, they catch him out. So yeah, Bilgewater regaining some of their setback from the level 1 fighting. But,
and drops Graves! Nicely done. Speaking of summoners who know how to work with their champion, Summoner Mimeoplasm doing an outstanding job with Anivia.
Yeah, although Mimeoplasm is great, I don't want to put nothing against Mimeoplasm, but a Niv on Anivia is
true, also very effective. Anivia
has to flash into Dragon. Oh, and Deanna flashes after her. She tried to use the knockback of the dragon, because when you first attack it, has a knockback effect. She put her ult down to try to get that knockback to potentially get Deanna farther away. Not quite the effect she wanted, though. Yeah,
that was a pretty intense chase there past the dragon. Oh, that could go very badly for an action.
Trindamere goes in, pops his ult.
Max Fury.
Yeah, so yeah, Trindamere went in, popped his ult to, you know, survive. That's what Trindamere does, and then forced the flash off Renekton. Now Renekton knows there's no ult. He goes in. Trindamere very low. He Qs. Oh, the minion finishes him off. That's a close match.
Nicely done, Trindamere. Also, I'm getting a little bit of echo, I think, off of your speakers. You might want to turn down your speaker volume just a little bit.
Alright, I lowered them, so
yeah, that should
I'll
help.
be unable to hear you. Hopefully people won't hear echo.
Oh. I guess that is the drawback.
Anivia goes
go,
down.
Nunu, go! Snowball, Nunu,
oh,
snowball!
You're gonna get caught out by Raw again! The same combo as last time! Deanna and Raw find Nunu poppin'.
Well, and by Raw, you mean JD May.
Oh, I'm sorry. Raw was Nihilus in the previous match.
Well, Raw was there in spirit.
No, I think Raw is in spirit with Renekton, because that's where he got his patented Rawzilla term that he gave himself.
Yeah. Big fan of Captain Zeppelin. Yeah, it's a good series. It's a good series. The new reboot of Captain Zeppelin was not as strong. Thank you. Graves is getting really gutsy, perhaps too gutsy. Too gutsy indeed.
Magic shot showing off why Trout fear the Eagles.
Indeed. Caw, caw. Sorry, I'll leave the bird sounds to Valor.
Like seriously, is Valor supposed to be an eagle or is it like a falcon?
I think Valor's a falcon. Here, let me ask Twitch chat. Is Valor a falcon? Is Valor a falcon? Please confirm or deny.
So we're going lower by majority here.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Renekton goes in, stun, gets another stack of fury. Wow. He goes in, but now he knows Tryndamere has his ult and doesn't want to fight him. Tryndamere pops his ult a little early.
I'm concerned for Tryndamere there, though.
And he popped his ult too early. He could have waited another second.
And I think Anivia and Braum both. Braum's really low. Braum is just like a kill on legs right now. Gotta be really careful. Sure enough.
Anivia is back. She revived, but now she's very low and out of mana.
And meanwhile, Renekton is chunking down the tower.
And Graves is chunking down the bot tower, so...
I think Bilgewater definitely is like, okay, we might lose every now and then, but nobody 3-0s Bilgewater.
I don't know, I mean, last game, Freljord it did seem Bilgewater was in the lead for the majority of the time.
Yep.
In late game, Freljord turned it around, so... Can't call this yet.
You know, I think Freljord is doing an excellent job, but yeah, Bilgewater is #1 for a reason.
Yeah. Heavy weapons guy got serious, picked up Deanna, he listened to her after how mad she was. Workshop puts up the
teleport in.
Renekton being just dashing away because he's in the center of the team with no backup. Braum covering the retreat, big shield, puts down the ult.
Everybody there decides that getting killed on the fields of justice is not permanent, but it definitely does hurt a bit. So it's gonna back off.
Yeah. That's why. That's possibly why Teemo's so creepy nowadays. He used to be nice and cuddly, but he's just gotten killed so many times that.
Oh, that's true.
He's crazy.
I think that sounds pretty reasonable.
I remember there's like some stat about how like a Teemo die
every like 3
every
seconds or something. But a Renekton's dying right now in front of Baron. Moving slow, cold-blooded, all that frost, not a lot of resistance to the thermal attack. Slowing down.
Yeah. Oh, Deanna flashes in, misses the Q, but ults in just anyways.
She just came out of kind of nowhere there, so really with that, the dash and the flash.
Yeah, she missed her Q though, so her ult did not get the reset, and so she wasn't able to keep it up. Anivia trying to chase.
That's an angry Anivia. She's flashing to go for it.
Oh!
Bit off way more than she can chew.
Greed. That is one of the things you have to watch out for is the greed. You overcommit and you go into situations that you should not have gone into.
Yep. Well, and you know, it reminds me of one of the mistakes we also saw. Can you just not? People do like it's so tempting, especially when your teammates are in trouble, when you're really low and you have like 100 health, to try to get that one Q, that one shot in or something. But all too often, I noticed that pro players and just more skilled players, one thing they do is when they're in a situation, they have the restraint to just back off. Even though it's frustrating, they can kind of deny themselves the urge to do something, and they just back off, and that way they don't give the enemy team an extra kill, and that adds up.
Yeah, because while we're talking in the top lane, Tryndamere chasing the Renekton. Renekton gets the stun off, and the trade goes even, but Renekton has to back off because he really knows how Tryndamere just has the ult and can't die.
Yep.
Renekton dashes, Tryndamere flashes, forcing the Renekton flash. He gets it. He survives.
Oh,
the tower
nice.
shot. Nice. And then in the river by Dragon, Lydia goes in on the Nami.
A lone
Gets caught,
eagle.
locked up.
Dives in. No, run, Nami, run! No, the river
That
is your
dead
home.
Nami, they're having pork chops tonight at Freljord.
Fish chops?
It's pork chop sushi or something like that. It's like raw pork chops, basically.
Pork sashimi?
So, I don't know.
Actually, I think Pork Chop submitted her summoner's name, her in-user name is Sashimi.
Yeah, something close to that. So.
I think that I might propose to her Sashi and then have the dialogue line. Someone's like, "Hey, Sashi, Sashi, me?" And I figure that's a little more subtle. Then again, I proposed Prince Ushi, so I don't know.
Yeah, in the bot lane, Graves almost took the tower, but backed off when Quinn showed up. So yeah, very close game. Only.
I'm becoming a
Sorry,
Freljord fan watching this. I have to say, I never felt very passionate about Freljord. I was kind of like, Freljord, whatever. But I'm becoming a bit of a Freljord fan watching this.
Yeah. Like, for me, I wasn't overly like, oh yeah, go Freljord for this arc, but I really like to see all the really good Nivea plays. That's what, when I was watching the Freljord games, I was like, didn't really care who won unless, Shao Eyes was involved. But it was always fun to watch the, Nivea players dominate on champion that's considered
Run,
unusable
Quinn!
for the most part.
Run!
The ultimate from Nautilus. And so that's just an alt burn, but they had to back off.
Tryndamere quite valiantly put himself in the line of fire.
Yeah. Nunu backing while minions are on the tower. Not the smartest decision. Usually you just want to clear those minions, get the CS. But, it's not huge. It's just a few minions. Deanna is sitting around, waiting for this Anivia to show.
She wants another turkey. I think she might.
Wants fried chicken.
Oh,
You have fried pork chop and want fried chicken. That's what she's saying. Renekton's showing up. Deanna ults away.
And now Nautilus is joining the party, but they're not able to catch
Backs
out
off.
Freljord there. That could have been a pretty. Freljord had a lot of squishies there.
Yeah, so the score is about 2,000 apart now. It's tied in kills, but Bilgewater has, 2 towers, or 3 towers to 1, plus a dragon. Which, makes up the majority of that gold lead. And Bilgewater is, all their lanes are a little ahead in CS compared to their opponent, other than, Nami and Braum, but Braum has the Relic Shield, whereas Nami is using the Spell Thief, so that's expected. So, Freljord trying to do some harass, separates Nautilus from the rest of his team. Ults flying, knockups everywhere. It's just going into a mess of all this damage. Bilgewater looks to be coming out on top, unless Anivia can get this Deanna. That's a dead Anivia. Tryndamere gets his kills, and now it's between Renekton and Tryndamere because Anivia's likely going to die here. Oh, maybe not. I spoke.
Maybe
too
not.
soon.
Look at that damage from Tryndamere. He just tore Renekton apart, and look at Renekton going like, "Rah!" That was intense.
Renekton's going, I'm the fairy monster, not you.
No!
No!
Wow, hey, Tryndamere. Props to Tryndamere.
Yeah, that was a very close ending there. Man, that was such a close fight. Wow, good
And
job.
it's not quite over yet. Nautilus onto.
Oh, man, he's gonna die just because he was greedy. Maybe Nami Bubble will save him though.
It appears so.
Oh, yeah, so that is an ult by Nautilus. I think he Yeah, so he just burns all. That's all the real effect that happened there. So even though Freljord is now up 2 kills, the CS lead's not huge, but Bilge is up in CS in general, and they got a dragon and 2 more towers. So yeah, they're still up by 1,000 gold because of that.
And they gained those AP boost.
Okay, let's see. Quinn very low, running from the graves, flash force. Tryndamere basically trying to soul them. He ults to stay alive, but he can't do anything. Braum, he's dead too.
Once again, I think Braum's big heart led to his downfall. He was just trying to stick around, trying to help, but
he's going, I will not abandon you, Tryndamere. But that doesn't always help any. I mean,
especially when it's Tryndamere, who does not, Tryndamere generally, not a very cool-headed thinker, does tend to get in some dangerous situations. Nunu is poking around in the jungle here. That's interesting.
I'm surprised Deanna doesn't rotate up and try to fight him and have knowledge just lock Nunu down so she gets there. But I guess they're just afraid, they're so close to the Freljord base, we don't want to stick around.
I think what you saw there was both sides, neither really had great vision, and so they both kind of erred on the side of assuming the other side had a friend nearby.
Yeah, you see that a lot. It's like, in Spectate, because you get to see everything, you're just like,
right.
Why aren't you going in? You can kill him!
It's important to look at the difference
no, they just have no idea, they don't have vision.
Well, it's part of why wards are so OP, is if people don't fully appreciate just how significant vision is.
Yeah, you get really sad when you're playing a game and no one on your team wants to ward. You're just like, you feel like crying.
Yeah. Well, it's very powerful. It's very powerful. Map hacks are OP. And I recall a rioter saying specifically, noting that in this sort of game, particularly the ability to have vision without the other side knowing you have vision is one of the most powerful abilities.
Yeah. Oh, Quinn ults for the speed boost, dashes to Graves, dodges the Nami title, gets her speed boost back. Now she's out of combat. She's home free, but Nunu gets popped out. Anidia's running for her life.
Here comes Braum.
He's keeping her up there just because she can do the damage while they're staying in it. That's a big mistake to just stick inside the Anidia ult.
But they do have them rather surrounded.
Quinn goes down though, they lost their ADC. Nidia's still there. They get the stun. That's another kill. So 2 for 2 when you include the Nunu that, got caught out at the start of that.
All in all, definitely not a bad exchange for the Freljord.
Or for Bilge, going even is really not bad for either.
Indeed.
Tryndamere tower diving. He decides, I got my ult and I'm going to use it, although he's going to die as a result because...
Tower shot hits him.
Yeah.
right
that Graves is so low. Almost, he gets the stun off. Nunu's going to get him. 2 for 1, not what they would have liked, but they get a tower as a result, so it works out. Nidia's ult misses the Q though.
Oh no, poor Nivea.
Nunu gets caught in the bubble. I was worried that not worried, but I was just thinking, oh no, is Nunu gonna go down or is he gonna get away?
Nami ult has such range. Just so much range. Like, what is it? It's over 1,000 range, I think. Well, let's see if I can find that.
It's amazing range, that's for sure.
Gouge and Valor. The Wraith chickens.
Yeah, let's see. We got rotating around dragon. It's going to be up in about 40 seconds. The Freljord gets Scuttle Crab. Bilge not quite in position for it. They have Renekton up top, although he does have teleport. He's backing now. Both sides seem to know that dragon is going to be soon. Freljord definitely, though, has the commanding vision control in the dragon river area.
Oh, yeah.
But it does quickly put some units down, so they're not completely shut out in the vision department.
I think they can get that tower.
Oh, that is such a low Tryndamere, but Tryndamere being low doesn't really mean much. So, 2 for 3, Freljord losing that fight and is being forced to retreat. About to be 2 for 4. Oh, the stun! Renekton gets a quadra kill. Of course, he's saying, Renekton, get back here, I want my penta.
Yeah, I think Freljord went a little too far there, and I think Bilgewater was right to seize their opportunity. Freed up the dragon.
Yeah. You're always right to seize the opportunity if it's the right opportunity.
Indeed.
So that is now 2 dragons for Bilgewater, 1 for Freljord. So that definitely makes the gold lead start to expand, because it was, just very slightly in Bilgewater's favor, but now it's starting to get a little bigger, about 4,000 gold lead. We got Nunu taking blue, although I think Anivia wants it, she's heading towards it. Yeah, he looks like he's stalling it out, just attacking it to get low. Gonna let Anivia finish it off. Now, let's see. Oh, Deanna flashes, ults, holds in the Braum. The shield's up, blocking most of the damage. Shield's gone now, though. Oh, the ult from Graves misses, but the out attack is enough to finish him off anyways.
Look at that. All the blood flying everywhere, keep smacking each other.
Oh, Tryndamere! He didn't get his ult off for whatever reason.
That was pretty surprising, actually.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, Tryndamere's ult will actually go through any form of CC other than a suppress, I believe. So, like, even though he was stunned, he could have hit ult.
But it doesn't go through a suppress?
It might. I think it doesn't, but I'm not sure on this. Suppress is kind of, the ultimate form of CC, in a sense, because there's only one thing in the game of League that will stop a suppress.
Teleports right into a Nunu ult!
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna go much worse for Freljord. That was a good use of that Nunu ult.
See now, oh, Tryndamere ulting in. They want to get this Graves. To get the slow, the stun. This Graves is going down. Now what's Freljord going to do? They have the 4v3. They could try to force a tower. They might go for Baron. Although they do risk a steal with the jungle still being up. But they would have the control with the man advantage. Although, yeah, they're just going for mid tower, looks like.
Well,
we'll
Baron
see if they'll
isn't.
be able to kill her or not.
I feel like Baron's not as much of a
Baron, it depends on the kind of team comps that are running on how valuable Baron is nowadays. Oh, Nautilus gets stunned. He flashes out, Q's back in. Braum almost gets out, not quite though. So Freljord overstayed their welcome, basically.
Tryndamere is a nice champion in some ways for Freljord, given all their slows and CC.
So Diag goes in. Oh, that Diag is popped though. Tryndamere goes in, and they just have to run because they know they can't kill Tryndamere. So yeah, as you were saying before I interrupted.
Well, I don't know. I was just saying that with the ability to slow and sort of lock down the enemy team, Tryndamere has a lot of advantages for the Freljord.
Never get engaged on. She gets out alive. Tryndamere once again. Oh, his ult was down that time. My mistake. It wasn't that he didn't use it. It's just that he didn't have it. Nivea very low, but she does have range and mana, so you could. Now, as I was saying before all this started going on, we were mentioning Baron. Baron, you know, it depending on your team comp and the enemy's team comp, it really changes the value of it because, you know, it loses a lot of its power to champions, but gives it a lot of power to minions. And so, if you got like a split push comp or like a siege comp, Baron is a huge buff because that's going to help out a ton. Where you have it all in teamfight comp, you know, Baron's can help out a little because it still gives you some damage buffs, but it's not, you know, the same as it used to be. And so, you know, if you're a teamfight comp, it, you know, has less value.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, it occurs to me with Nunu on their team, perhaps Baron fights are maybe a little bit better for the Freljord in that sense.
Yeah, you know, big AoE damage is great in any kind of, you know, Baron or Dragon fight or any kind of enclosed space in the jungle. It dominates those areas.
And then there's the consume on top of that. Basically an extra smite, right?
Yep. He's likely to have it maxed by now, so yeah, that's 1,000 damage plus.
Wow.
His smite isn't up to 1,000 yet, but, you know, this makes it very hard to steal Dragon. Rob Wall blocks the Nami ult. They're going in. Deanna puts her Zhonya's up to stop the damage from coming onto her. Survives for a little bit longer before going down. Tryndamere dives the backline of Bilgewater.
Nice! A Nivea wall! Locks in Renekton. Freljord's so low right now, they could all die really fast.
They have the mana vans, though, that's why they want to stay. They outnumber them.
But
so
how much longer?
And that mana vans is still thrown away. Ignivia pops. So the kills 2-3 in Freljord's favor, and now they're looking to take mid tower.
You know, could they take Baron off of that? I don't know. Maybe. Nunu does have a lot of health. You know, with his consume. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And instead they're like, yeah, we're just gonna get the free dragon. They might try rotate. They got the free tower. They might try rotate dragon after this, but it is risky because Bilgewater does know they're going there. It is chasing them.
Although Tryndamere and Braum are coming.
Yeah,
teleport incoming. Bilgewater is going to go for that dragon. I'm predicting this is going to go badly for Freljord, but it could go either way, I suppose.
And Nivea gets cut off from her team, popped down. Nunu has to start running for it. Deanna flashes the wall to try to get to Dragon before it can heal back up. Doesn't get there in time. So.
And that right there.
Finger's trying to push up mid, trying to force Bilgewater to back instead of trying to push an objective. Now he's heading to the top lane. He's trying to just keep 2 lanes pushed. It seems. If he can keep 2 lanes pushed, they're going to have to be somewhat split, and he can hopefully try to get some objective pressure. But Braum gets caught out after getting chased down. Tryndamere looks like he's going to get this tower. Oh yeah, it's gone. And now he's free to try duel Deanna. Oh, we got a teleport from Anivia. Deanna flashes away. It's a 2v3. Stun onto the Anivia. She has her shield up, misses her stun. Almost gets the Nami down, not quite. Tryndamere gets the kill, but had to burn his ult, and now without his ult, he doesn't want to go into this. Nunu goes in, but he's by himself. And they managed to back away. So
this game is getting real close again. Wow, I am impressed more and more with the Freljord. They are proving themselves very serious contenders in this match.
It's very similar to the second game. It was start off very close. Bilgewater then got a lead, and now Freljord is starting to, even though they're behind, is looking like they're in the lead. It's like gold isn't always everything. It's like how your champions scale and synergize can be more than the gold advantage.
And you know, Tryndamere does have the advantage of being a hyper carry.
Yeah. Deanna goes in along with Nami, forcing the flash of Braum and Quinn, and the ult of Braum as well. Oh, and Quinn's ult too, because yeah, she's in bird form here. I burned quite a bit there. No kills, but still that is a good job by them. Oh no,
Braum.
This guy catching out Tandon.
I don't think he can get out.
He is not going to get out of this.
Ate an ult though.
Interesting choice here. I'm looking at some of the items. Renekton got a Thorn Mail. I'm guessing that's to deal with, you know, the Tryndamere hyper carry. But because he focused all this money into armor, he's gonna have little to no defense against the Anivia until he's able to finish off his Banshee's Veil.
Bilge just dove that with impunity.
Yeah. But later in the beginning of the towers being less and less, early on it's like, oh, tower dive, you're basically gonna die. But you know, this late in the game you have someone tank it. It doesn't seem like much.
And I wonder about that. Because it's nice having sort of the asymmetry of being under a tower or not under a tower, and as being under a tower, you know, stops being as relevant. It starts to get a little more homogeneous, I suppose.
Yeah. You know, even though as the game goes on, even though the tower means less and less, in a purely even fight, you know, the team that's under the tower would win because, you know, that is just, you know, extra damage. You know, that's assuming it's a purely even fight though, which, you know, fights rarely are.
Right.
Deanna goes in, she gets slowed, and she's all by herself. The Randuin's active misses everything. Quinn dives in, right as Renekton shows up. Renekton finishes her. Deanna using her Zonias. Not enough to survive Anivia though. Her ult stays after she casts it.
Renekton is really hard to kill.
He does not want to die.
What are his defensive stats? Let's see.
He
269 armor, 135 magic resist. That's pretty substantial.
I thought we'd go Banshee's Veil to just try to deal with the Anivia better, but he went with Spear to save to, you know, his Q has a pretty good heal on it. Oh, that Nautilus is so low.
Not quite low
nice
enough.
hit onto Graves. That Graves ult hits the minions and stops that Freljord push. Although I think in theory Nunu could have tanked it. Let's say it decided to play safe.
Braum is doing some aggressive warding there. I think that'll actually pay dividends.
Braum took the wrong way out. He should have gone out through the jungle and say try to go out.
Yeah, that was a very dangerous choice of direction for him there.
Renekton teleports in, stuns Nunu. He wants this Nunu. He wants it bad.
Oh man, that took a decidedly negative turn for the Freljord. The retreat was just a little too ragged, a little too disorganized, and that turned a net winning move to a net losing move.
Oh, Tryndamere gets caught out by everyone. He doesn't even bother ulting. There's no point.
Probably a good choice, actually.
Yeah, making sure his ult's up for the next fight. That's going to be a free Baron, though. Quinn rotating for her bot lane. Doesn't. Oh, nope. Dragon. She changed her mind. She ults because that gives her an attack speed boost. She's quickly trying to burst it down, although Bilgewater is moving towards her. She does have an execute that could.
At this point, if she needs to stay and finish it. Yep, that's what she does.
Dies, but Dragon's
worthwhile. Very worthwhile. Not least because that was a situation where if she hadn't done that, it would have been a dragon for Bilgewater. So it was really, dragon for her team that also denied what would otherwise definitely have been a dragon for the other team.
Yeah. It's a good play by her, Sometimes
and Valor helped too. Let's not disregard Valor's contribution.
It was Valor that killed the dragon. She
exactly.
Just died.
Well, actually, no, wasn't it? It was Quinn jumping down.
I don't know. I guess, yeah. So Valor did most of the damage. Quinn finished it off and then died. Oh, 2! Wow, that is going to be several dead Freljord players. Bilgewater is just
that's gonna hurt. And they're gonna take probably 2 towers and an hit.
Yeah, it does look that way. This late in the game, the death timers are
Nexus
pretty long.
towers and even the Nexus are actually in danger this late in the game.
Yeah, they're pushing it down so quickly. The death timers are so long.
They just really spike upwards.
Oh yeah. Wow, that is a dead Quinn.
GG. Nobody 3-0s Bilgewater. That's what that's about.
That is what Bilge said this game.
And we're going to get some... pirate music needs to happen. Let's see.
Pirate music on a Freljord victory? I mean, Freljord still won.
True. But we already had some Freljord music.
Oh, we did?
Here we go.
Right,
Bedroom,
yeah,
the Seas of Valor.
If we already played Freljord music, yeah, we can go piratey.
Exit. There we go. Well, that was an exciting match. Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. It's a bit of lyrical genius right there. Alright, 2-1 win for the Freljord. Bilgewater has been defeated in a featured match set for the first time in this arc, but of course that also means the first time period. Well done, Freljord, and they did it under sanctions for what they pulled on Crocalea, so...
Yeah, but they did also get some bans
help from the Pixies.
That's
true.
Yeah, so the Pixies like Frost people. That's what we take away from this. Pixies like Frost people.
Yes. Alright, well, thank you for casting, Mike. Well done, guys. I'm actually going to jump over, and we have a whole bunch of stuff to take care of, including the impact from the set of featured matches. In the interim, my one last comment. I want to encourage people, especially because we have new people, to go ahead, make a few matches. Just throw them together. There's guides on the site. We have some handy new tutorial videos. You go to leaguefactions.net, how to play, and select creating a match. There's a step-by-step guide. It's really very simple. And you know what? It's so simple. I'll set one up on stream before we go. But first, MVPs. Do you have any observations?
Alright, my MVP, starting with Bilgewater, and then I'll get to Freljord. MVP goes to Renekton. Because, Deanna did good too, but I just feel like Renekton, he showed up when the plays needed him to. He teleported in at the right times and helped, finish off those team fights and help turn a lot of things. But, Deanna obviously did really good too with all of her kills, so, honorable mention. And then for the Freljord, even though Anivia got the most kills, I want to give it to Trymir because Trymir was diving that back line and it's really making it hell for the Bilgewater to try and fight. So yeah, those are my two MVPs. What about you?
I think Tryndamere did an excellent job. That's certainly the case. I don't know. It's hard for me to say on Bilgewater. They just played a good team game, I think, and that eventually won out. They were just they made many fewer mistakes of miscoordination. They didn't get caught out quite as much. They were usually fighting together. They showed that cohesion, and I think that more than anything helped them eventually take it.
Teamwork OP.
Oh, and let me decide who's playing whom. Let's see. Who needs to work out some aggression? How about Ionia versus Shadow Isles? I'll give Ionia blue side.
It's blue. What? The Shadow Isles needs blue.
Oh, sorry. I meant I'll give Shadow Isles blue. They're at negative 40 points. They need blue. Well, although I should point out, by the way, anyone who takes that too seriously, the scoring system in addition
to make it on Crystal Scar.
No one saw that except anyone watching the stream. Thank you.
I've done it a few times in the feature matches, like because with the new season patch change, like the old, it used to always be custom, the default map that you automatically selected was Summer's Rift, and so you didn't have to worry about that. But then with the change, for some reason they put Crystal Scar as the default, and yeah.
And by the way, for anyone who's wondering, hey, how do I get into a match? Because I hear that all the time, by far the most common question. The main thing is actually join your faction's chat room. Because that's when you're going to make a game, the easiest way to find people from the relevant factions is to open up those chats. So if you're in there, you'll almost certainly get an invite when someone's making a match.
And we also, for those who want to know how to make matches and stuff, we got the example here. We got instructions on the site. And we also have a video posted on how to make matches. So yeah, we got a lot of information, a lot of different ways for you to figure out the same thing. Ooh, I am owner. Nice.
How appropriate that our match staff lead would end up with the owner powers. It's like it knew. Yeah. All right, well, I need to check out because I need to go work on a bunch of stuff. Actually, for factions. Start with. But yeah, have fun. Make matches, guys. You're all very strongly encouraged to do so. It's a way to really energize the community and to help new people get the ropes. So, CupcakeTrap signing off. Thanks for watching. Amazing games. Well played both sides.